Hello! So I've been rereading the Harry Potter books over the last couple of months. I'm now on the Half-Blood Prince. Damn, that's a good series. Like, I haven't reread them in a very, very long time, and they are good. They really are. Like, you can see why they captured the hearts of not only a nation, but a planet. So I had an idea to do a new series of videos, and this would be the first one, and it's called 5 Things They Missed in the Movies. So I'm going to be talking about movie or TV adaptations of books, things that exist in the books that didn't make the cut and that I'm annoyed about. It's sad, more than anything else, that they didn't make the cut of the movie or the TV show because they're really good moments or aspects, particular scenes or characters or just something which gives more depth to the book. And because I'm rereading Harry Potter, this one's going to be 5 things they missed in the Harry Potter movies. And yes, I'm aware that the movies and the books came out quite a while ago. However, there's nothing wrong with nostalgia. So I had a long list of things which surprised me and that I'd forgotten about in the books. And I've narrowed it down to 5, just about. Number 1, Mr. Weasley in Privet Drive. In the Order of the Phoenix, Mr. Weasley comes to pick up Harry from Privet Drive using the Floo network. However, he doesn't know that the Dursleys have an electric fire and not an actual fireplace, and so most of the Weasley clan gets stuck in the wall. And it's a really funny moment. The whole scene really nicely plays out, and it's a shame they couldn't put that in the movie. I guess it was already a really long movie. It was also a jump from an average-sized book to a big-sized book, and they had to make an average-sized movie out of it, so I understand why it wasn't put in. But not only does it provide comic relief, there's a really nice moment in it which shows Mr. Weasley's, I guess, father figure nature towards Harry, because Harry's ready to leave and the Dursleys don't say goodbye, and Mr. Weasley is shocked and he's like, Harry's leaving, aren't you going to say goodbye? But Harry's going. You're not going to see Harry. You know that Harry's going. He's so nice and loving to his family and to Harry that he just can't grasp the concept that the Dursleys are that mean. And it's a really nice moment for Mr. Weasley, who's one of my favourite characters. And I think it adds to that side of his character, as well as providing some amazing comic relief. Number 2, Hermione's badassdom. Badassery? Badassdom? Badassdom. Badassdom, noun. A state and measure of one's badass behaviours. Hermione's badassdom. She's such a badass. She's amazing and awesome and amazing, and you kind of get a bit of it in the films. I think there's a moment in the 3rd film where she punches Draco Malfoy and everyone was like, wow, Hermione's such a badass. But compared to other things she's done, that's a very small bit. She worked out that Rita Skeeter was an animagus and was spying on people's conversations, and then captured Rita Skeeter and threatened her not to write anything bad about Harry for a year. In the first book, to keep them warm at break time, she puts some fire that never goes out in a jar, and they huddle around it for warmth. Later in the series, Hagrid is talking about a branch of never-ending fire that Dumbledore gave him, and it's really rare, and Dumbledore had to make it, and Hermione did it in year 1. That's the equivalent of British year 7, age like 11. At age 11, I was still picking my nose. At age 11, I still thought Transformers were cool. Okay, I still think Transformers are cool. Not the Michael Bay Transformers, but in concept, they are cool. Hermione not only is a badass in her behaviours, but what she says. She's really sarky, and she has the wit and the intelligence to be sarky and to back it up. Badass. Number 3. Meeting Lockhart and Neville's parents in St. Mungo's Hospital. The whole St. Mungo's bit was cut out of the Order of the Phoenix. After Arthur Weasley is attacked, he's taken there, and then all the Weasleys and Harry go and visit him in hospital, and they meet at the same time Professor Lockhart, whose memory is kind of coming back, and he's still amazing, and he's just like, would you like an autograph? I'll make you some autographs. These people have come for autographs. Because I'm famous, don't you know? I don't know what I'm famous for, of course, because I have no memory, but I'm famous. Here, have an autograph. But then you also meet Neville, who's visiting his parents, and I think that's a really nice moment. You understand a bit more in detail how Neville feels. You understand why he's so caught up with Dumbledore's army, why he's so caught up with helping Harry and defeating you-know-who. Voldemort. His name is Voldemort. I can say that. I can say it. It gives him motivation. And there's a really nice bit where, like, his mum gives him, like, a sweet wrapper and he puts it in his pocket, and it's like, oh, Neville, you are adorable. Also, it's really nice because you get to meet his grandmother, who is amazingly proud of Neville. Like, not initially, but later on, she's just like, well, my grandson fought you-know-who in the Death Eaters with Harry Potter. It's like, aw, sweet. Number 4, the Other Minister chapter of the Half-Blood Prince. No word of a lie, my favourite chapter of the Harry Potter series is The Other Minister, which is the first chapter in Half-Blood Prince. In it, the Muggle Prime Minister of Great Britain is sitting at his desk and has to meet the Minister for Magic. I really like this chapter because it gave a lot of exposition for what had happened since the events of the Order of the Phoenix, but also gave this other side to the universe we'd seen. We got to see it from the Muggle perspective. We also got to see this really nice dynamic between the Prime Minister and the Minister for Magic. There's no, oh, I'm really sorry about this, I know you're busy, you know this little sort of community we have, there's a little bit of a problem. He's just like, there you are, right, so you know who's escaped. Big palaver, bye now. Voldemort, his name is Voldemort, why can't I say his name? And I think it was a really nice way to start off the book. Like, there's a couple of things that J.K. Rowling does with her writing where it shows you these other aspects and sides, and it was normally in, like, the first couple of chapters of a book. Like the start of The Goblet of Fire, for example. Anyway, this was really nice. I like it. And number 5, to round it all off, Dumbledore's playfulness. Dumbledore is hinted at in the movies to be a little bit playful. Like when he has the earwax jelly bean, like when he goes to visit Slughorn, like there's little bits, but in the books it really, really shows. And I think in like the movies he's like an iron gauntlet in a velvet glove, whereas in the books he's like an iron gauntlet in a polka dot, multicoloured handkerchief wrapped feather duster kind of glove. And like one of the best moments is in the first book where he's like, let's all sing the Hogwarts song. Pick your tune, let's go. And everyone sings it however they want to, and Fred and George sing it really slowly, and the rest of the school finished, and Fred and George are still going, and Dumbledore just kind of allows it. It's just like, well, yeah, not going to stop you, keep going. Yeah, there's what, 2 verses left? No, fine, keep going. And it's just hinted at in the movies, whereas it's really sort of expanded upon in the books. It's something I really enjoy about his character. This persona he gives out is just really fun and funny and great. So there we are, 5 things that were missed out of the Harry Potter movies that I really would have liked to see. If you have any additions to this, I'd love to hear them. Please put them in the comments. And yes, I know this video coming out years after the movies, but I'm just really excited because I'm reading the books again, and it's bringing back a whole section of my childhood which I'd forgotten, and it's making me realise that J.K. Rowling is a great writer. And the films, even though I said they miss out loads of stuff, the film's pretty good. I've watched them pretty regularly, actually. On a side note, I now have over 100 subscribers. It's amazing. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It's incredible to see that number pushing into 3 digits. I was absolutely stunned when it happened. I was going to do some sort of 100 subscriber video. I don't know if I will, I may or may not, but I'm going to be doing something for my 50th video. I think this is going to be my 45th, so I've got 5 videos to go, and then I'm going to do some extravagant 50 video thing. I don't know what yet. I'll think of something. But anyway, thank you very much everyone who has subscribed, and thank you very much for watching.